Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is your weekly reading for Sunday, the 15th through the 21st of August. Each card is going to represent for about 2 or 3 days for the week. You may experience all of these cards, some of these cards, or maybe even these cards plus some more. Just be open and flexible to the messages that are here. It's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing this reading anytime outside of this reading, maybe just pay attention more to the message and see if it applies to your life rather than be caught on what dates it was originally created for. This is a broad spectrum reading intended for all signs, so it is available to you. Use it in whatever way you see fit. Please check out the drop-down menu. Because in there is housekeeping rules, things that I want you to know, things that I want you to think about when utilizing any of my readings. Please feel free to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the reading, share the reading out, tell your friends about it, help me get the word out. Hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I go live. And let's get into the reading and see what the cards want us to know for this week. So for the beginning of the week, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, I am so sick of seeing this card. I do not know what is going on with the Seven of Cups. All right, I'm so tired of this card. This is like the 5th time we've seen him this month, and we're only halfway through the month. Seven of Cups, water, emotional confusion, one too many options, unable to choose, feeling pulled in many different directions, maybe feeling unsure of oneself. Sevens are about making a conscious choice. So sometimes with the Seven of Cups, I feel like it's just sort of committing to one thing, regardless of whether or not we're sure about the outcome, and being able to move ourselves to something that, feels a little bit more sure-footed or firmer foundation, right? If we find ourselves unsure this week, in the early part of this week, around a situation, a person, a relationship, an idea, and we're weighing a bunch of different options, that would be this energy, right? That would be this card. We do need to make that decision, though, or clear away the things that actually aren't really realistic, that are maybe causing us harm, more worry, more cloudiness, more inability to understand or see. I don't know why we keep seeing this card this month, but this is definitely the theme for the month of August for a lot of people that may be tuning into this. It's not necessarily a bad card. It's just a card of like getting caught up in our emotions a little bit too much around, particular outcomes, expectations, desires, whatever it may be, that we can't sort of commit or feel firm in our decision making to be able to take action to move forward, right? So it might feel like a slight pause even. Now, the middle of the week. Now, this is a nice change. Look at this fat little fucker. This is the Eight of Wands. I love this guy. He is moving forward. I wish she had put him that way, but I guess you can't with this cat because the wands always go down, and so he blends going up. But it would have been better if we had him going downward. He feels like he's going against the wands to me, but the birds are at least flying in that direction. And what the Eight of Wands indicates is the Eight of Wands is fast forward action, right? So to me, coupled with that Seven of Cups in the beginning of the week, in the midweek, we're like over ourselves enough or outside of our indecision enough that we're ready to take swift action. Eight of Wands would be about that. It would be about making moves, making decisions, going after what it is we want, what it is we desire. Wands is that element of fire and desire. So, and Wands to me, Eight of Wands in particular, is very much about going after it, not taking no for an answer, not, wallowing or being unsure, insecure, all of that sort of stuff. It's about moving forward with purpose, with a sense of, direction, and really sort of maybe even steering ourselves in a way. It's going to be probably the polar opposite of how we felt in the beginning of the week, right? So this will be about, not sitting idle and worrying, but going like, okay, let's move. Let's go this way. This is what we're doing. This is what we want. And going after it with like a sort of a pinpointed accuracy. Wow. The next card is the end of the week. This is death. Okay. So for some of you, this death obviously signifies an ending, right? Everything dies in the world, ultimately. Like everything sort of reaches an end point at some point. Right? So death is like a natural cycle. It's not something to be feared. It's not something to be worried about, but it is something that can be profound, oftentimes upsetting. This could mean endings. Whatever indecision we're experiencing in the beginning of the week, that Eight of Wands, that sort of action-oriented moving towards something, we could be moving towards the ending of something important to us. Does that make sense? So, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. Usually with death is like a cyclical part of life, right? Where something has to die so something new can be reborn. So a new chapter can come about. This death card to me says that like, so by week's end, we could be suffering or experiencing significant change, enough so that it could cause some of you sadness, pain, discomfort. It doesn't have to be, but usually, death is not like something that's oftentimes welcomed. But ultimately, when we get beyond the actual loss of the death, we understand that there's a freedom involved in it. There is a new chapter that can be born out of it. There's new opportunities that can come beyond it that will be like maybe in the weeks or months to come. So if things do come to an end, let them end gracefully. And this could be an ending in anything for you guys, right? Each one of you may have something different going on. For some of you, this could be the death of a relationship. For some of you, this could be the death of a job. But whatever it is, you were kind of unsure in the beginning of the week as to what to do about it, but you knew it wasn't right. That's also the discomfort that comes in the Seven of Cups. And then when you decide to make that decision or take action with the passion of the Wands and the Eight of Wands, it might be what stimulates the sort of this ending that we see in the death card. But I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I feel like this is just a transition, a change that probably needed to take place, that we knew needed to take place, and that we've been aware of. Maybe that's why we've been seeing this Seven of Cups so often this month, is maybe this has been something that we've been struggling with or wrestling with emotionally and over the last few weeks. Now, here is your Psychic Tarot of the Heart card. It's number 3, Share the Love. I love this because it's opened palmed, in the sense that it's open and ready to receive. The number 3 is the mind, body, spirit connection to me, and the color green to me I associate with healing. I love that the hand is open, meaning we're ready to receive whatever may come to us. That means, like, even in the beginning, we're ready to receive the indecision of the early part of the week, go through the emotions around it, and then we're ready to receive this, the bravery that it may take for us to take action, to move forward, to no longer resist, and to, in effect, enact the change or create the change that we need. And then we're also ready to sort of receive the ending that may transpire out of all of this, but ultimately knowing that it's all based in love, that it will ultimately be for our own highest good, right? I see a couple here in the shadow, actually, now that I think about it. Do you see that? So there could be, for some of you, this could be the endings of relationships. For some of you, this could be, I'm not sure, but sharing the love is like trying to be compassionate with yourself and with others as much as possible while going through this transition this week, okay? Especially towards the end of the week. That would be important and key. Let's look to the grounding stone. Here we go. Ground in the principle of trust, faith. Trust that, all right, in the indecision of the Seven of Cups, trust in the fact that even if you are indecisive or uncomfortable in the beginning of the week, that you're supposed to be, that you will work your way through it. By the midweek, when we feel the energy of that Eight of Wands wanting to push us towards a decision or a goal or a path, trust the path that we're on, trust the action that we take, trust our skill set and our ability that we can move swiftly with skill towards what it is we're looking for. When death sets in, when that change comes, whether it's expected or unexpected, have that grace, that trust that this all serves a purpose, that there's a shift happening that might be needed, that might open doors to new avenues or new opportunities for us that we don't even understand as of yet. Trusting in ourselves that we can handle whatever it is that's being given to us or that we're facing this week. And some of that trust also taps into that share the love, where if we're in that place of compassion, warmth, love, kindness, we're able to trust sort of the experiences we're having and, you know, what's going on around us. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, guys. That is your forecast for this week. I expect this is going to be a really interesting week. I would love to hear things as they happen for you guys in the comments. Please feel free to leave me a question or comment. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm interested to see how these cards build this week, and let's be excited about this. All right. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.